We are officially live for day one of the 30-day LinkedIn video challenge. If you can hear me, then type video in the comments. I'm super excited to start this with you and for you to potentially get the courage, start taking action, start posting at least one video a day on LinkedIn for 30 days, and really to start planting the seeds to earn trust so that when your top prospects are deciding who they want to pay for your services, or who they want to pay for services like yours in Q1, they are that much more likely to decide to pay you instead of someone else because you have already earned their trust in advance. This is also going to be really fun, and I'm not just going to be teaching and disappearing. I'm actually going to be posting with you daily and to be posting probably ahead, at least in the morning, so that you always have at least one example of how to do the video of the day. So if you're ready to start in just a couple of minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern time, because I know that your time is extremely valuable, then put start in the chat. Hello, Terry. Barbara, Jeff, Michelle. What's up, Michelle? Evo, what's up, Evo? I emailed you. Reply to the email. Maria, one of the trainings you have to come on and share your story. Maybe like next Monday, or maybe Monday or Tuesday. Let me know when. So Maria actually started, she has like 200,000 plus followers on LinkedIn today, but she actually started with a very similar thing, like 30 days of video on LinkedIn. And it's been great to see her grow. And she says, I would love to. And I think that I would love for her to share her experience because it was a lot of work for her in the beginning and it definitely paid off. But she did the work every single time. So she says, I learned everything from Shanae. She's awesome. So we're going to start exactly at 10 a.m. because ideally I want these trainings to be between 10 and 10:15 for the actual prompt for you to understand the video of the day. And then maybe some Q&A, and then we proceed. So we have 1 minute. Awesome. Cool. So it is 10 a.m. Let's start. And pay attention because if you only have free access, you won't get access to the replays and the writings and the lessons and the example videos. So at least pay very close attention if you have free access. If you want to upgrade to full access where the edited replays are sent to you with the lessons and the presentations that I'm going to be bringing on the screen, the links to the video examples, that link is pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube. So you could upgrade to full access at any time. But let's get started for day one. I'm going to bring up my screen here. Hold on. Have like a million tabs. All right, you could see this, right? Yes? I want to make sure. Okay, perfect. So welcome to the 30-day LinkedIn video challenge. Again, the goal is if you're an established business owner to do 30 videos in 30 days. And to let the data speak for itself. So I see a lot of small business owners, they stunt their growth because they assume the type of videos that they should be posting, the type of topics. They assume that one video or one style or one this will resonate with their prospects. And unless you diversify, especially in a small period of time where you take massive action, you can't you don't test enough, you don't experiment enough to see what the data says, because a lot of times what the data says is very different than what we may assume. So the only thing that I ask you during this challenge is that you stay coachable. You just put yourself out there, you test, you experiment, and you let the results speak for themselves and see what could happen, what changes you could experience in just 30 days. So let's start. So, in today's lesson, we're just going to practice telling the truth. And I know how insane that sounds, but a lot of times when people start posting on LinkedIn, they turn into an actress or an actor, a performer, and they lose themselves, they lose their natural energy when they do that. And so we don't want to do that, and we want to stay away from that as much as possible. And it's actually paradoxical, because the bigger you get, the more you have to think about what you say, and the more responsibility you feel as you grow your audience, and that could also hinder telling the truth or just feeling like you could be imperfect. But the beauty and the freedom of starting at the beginning is that you can create whatever you want right now. And you could just tell the truth. And a lot of times the truth is what people are looking for as they scroll. And people are very smart. Your prospects can tell if you're being a performer or if you're actually telling the truth and being yourself. And they need to feel that difference, especially with the rise of AI. So in today's lesson, we will learn the power of telling the truth and being vulnerable with our audience. And this is a skill that you will master during these 30 days, or at least get a lot better at least 100 times better at than you are today. And you don't need to go to ChatGPT or anywhere else to look for the answers for this particular video. So all you're going to do is ask yourself these 3 questions. Why haven't you been posting videos consistently on LinkedIn until this point? And I want you to be extremely honest with yourself. So if the answer is you've been scared, or you haven't prioritized it because a cold email was working for your business until it wasn't, and then you saw a friend grow with building their personal brand and now you want to try it, then that's what it is. But you really need to answer honestly. So why haven't you been posting videos at all or as consistently as you should be? And why are you committing to starting or restarting or just upping your skills now? Like, what is the trigger? What is the event that you want to go all in again? The second question is, who are you looking to reach with your videos, and what will you share? And then the third is, how do you want someone watching the video to connect with you? So I'm going to show you the example that I posted early this morning, and then a few other examples and frameworks, especially for different scenarios. Like, is this your first video on LinkedIn, or did you just fall off a little bit consistency wise and then you're restarting? So I'm going to share those 2 examples and some other video examples once I share mine. So here's the example that I did this morning. Here we go. We're going to listen to the video and you're going to see how all 3 of those requirements are fulfilled. Today is the first day of October. It is the first day of the quarter, and it is also the first day of the 30-day LinkedIn video challenge. Why am I doing this challenge? I'm doing this challenge because, number one, I want to get back to my old roots. I miss just being able to pick up my phone. So in the beginning of the video, I'm saying, hey, this is kind of why I'm re-showing up by just grabbing my phone. And it's true. I miss it. I want to just be able to grab my phone again, share videos the way that I used to. It is the way that I started on LinkedIn. And as you grow as a bigger creator, things get systematized, and sometimes they get systematized too much, where all of your long form gets clipped into short videos, and then none of your short videos are you just grabbing your phone anymore. So I explain this and post on LinkedIn. It's how I started. I literally just grabbed my phone and started sharing, and that built to what it is today, just video by video. I want to inspire other small business owners to stop overthinking and to just grab their phone and to start sharing what you know, because you can't change other people's lives until you really get that courage and you start to share what you know and you become a little bit vulnerable. Another reason is to start planting those seeds, to start earning that trust from top prospects that will decide whether they want to work with me in late 2025 or early 2026. And if you're one of those people, you shouldn't hesitate. You should totally do it because, the longer you wait, the longer you risk your competitor paying me for my services instead. And that's totally fine too. You may say, hey, I want to grow my business. We've reached a cap with the cold calls, and to double, I think I need to increase my visibility. I'm trying to get clients. So I'm starting this 30-day video challenge, or I'm just going to be more visible. You are a business owner. You are not a charity. If that's the truth, then say it. Another reason, really, as I'm starting to see the shift in AI, is that as AI videos become more and more prevalent, and that becomes the baseline as people scroll, not just on LinkedIn, but also off of LinkedIn, I want to signal to my prospects that I'm a human being, that I'm real, I have a certain expertise, and I can't do that until I show up, and I show up in a way that's truly me. Hope that if you're a small business owner, you'll join me on this journey. Take a chance, at least try it for a week. If you don't like it, then you can stop. And then I have the call to action at the end, which is, hey, if you're a small business owner, you want to join me, then click the link in the comments or personal message me. Now, as you could see up here, the text that goes with the video that I put with the video is very similar to what I say in the video. And I want this the same with you today. When you answer these questions and you show up, you're going to write basically what you say in the video with the text of the video. Does everyone so far understand the framework? I'm going to go through a few more examples. Put a 1 in the chat if you do. But more examples help. Okay, perfect. So let's check out a few more. So if this is your first LinkedIn video ever, like you've never posted on LinkedIn, you could say, literally, this is the first video I've posted on LinkedIn on social media ever because, and then you're going to insert the honest reason. You could say, I hate social media. But that changes today because I saw a friend of mine start to build on LinkedIn, and he started to get 6-figure inbound clients, and I want to try to see if that can work with me too. It could literally just be the truth. And then, so you're going to be seeing a lot more of me on video. I'll be sharing more of what I know about thing 1 that you know really well, thing 2, thing 3. 4, and then insert who it is that you're serving. So if you are an expert in gardening and you help people do their gardens in their backyard, you could say you're going to see a lot more videos of me sharing how to pick the right seeds for where you live, how to pick the right tools, and what to do if your plants get sick in your backyard. And I do this mainly for, professionals who only have 2 hours a week to garden. It doesn't matter. So if you, and then you insert the target market, want to learn about any of these things, then send me a connection request or, message me this. But it's very simple. You're really just telling the truth. Here's another example. If you have been posting a little bit on LinkedIn, or in the past were very consistent with video, or maybe you're like me where you grew to a point where a lot of your videos were just clips of long form videos or podcasts or trainings, and you didn't really, you have kind of stopped posting videos where you just pick up your phone, you could do this. I haven't been posting video on LinkedIn as much as I should be, or as much as I want to, or I haven't been posting the videos where you just pick up your phone on LinkedIn as much as I should because I've been depending too much on clips from podcasts and stuff like that. I've been building my business on the back end, learning how to hire, putting SOPs together, trying to scale, whatever the reason is. So throughout Q4, I'll be sharing more videos for, and again, insert target market on topics like 1, 2, 3. And I'm also launching a program December 1st. So if you are that target market and you're interested in learning about that, then personal message me program. Again, this does not have to be so complicated. It just has to be simple and you just tell the truth. I'm going to share maybe 2 or 3 more examples for you. So here's another example. This is Chloe. She did her first video a couple years ago during a similar challenge. And I love her video. It's a great example.
A confession to make. I've had every intention of wanting to be on this platform and wanting to do more videos on LinkedIn. But for so many reasons inside of my own head, I think the fear of judgment, I think the scariness of some of the comments on some of the topics I see on LinkedIn, a host of many other reasons, but I would say namely the vulnerability it requires to put yourself out there and to share your story and to talk about your challenges. Those are things that have really held me back from wanting to be on here a little bit more frequently. But I know that showing up is going to make a difference for somebody, and sharing my story is going to be helpful to someone. So today I'm making a public commitment, and I would love some accountability. I'm going to be posting a video a day for the next 4 days. Would love your feedback and support, and really want to just build community of people that are all looking to be their best selves, to grow, to stretch, and to try new things that are really uncomfortable and that scare you. So join me. I'd also love to know, talk to me, engage with me in the comments. When is the last time you really put yourself out there and you gave yourself permission to do something scary, to be a little bit vulnerable, and to just get in the arena?
I love that video. I love that video because when you watch it, when you listen to it, you could tell that she's telling the truth. You could tell, like, this is how she actually feels. She probably did resist posting on LinkedIn for the longest because she thought you had to be super professional on LinkedIn. She didn't want the judgment that came with it. And now she's putting herself out there. And that's how I should feel when I'm watching your videos. This is actually more important now than it was when she did the challenge because of the rise of AI. You could say all of the right things, but there's a different feeling associated with truth versus not. And again, if you look at her text up here, it says, I want to show up on this platform more often. But if I'm being honest, despite being a creator on other platforms and a podcaster and YouTuber, I've been afraid to show up in more places. And then she just goes into what she said in the video, and then a hashtag. Now, for our challenge, the hashtag that you will be using today is Day 1 LinkedIn Video Challenge, and I'll show you on the screen. I'm going to show you one more video example and then perhaps answer maybe a couple of questions. So if you have any questions, then now is the time to put them in the comments. Let me just share one more example. So this is Jeannie.
You may have noticed that in the last 24 months, I've only shared 2 videos on LinkedIn. It's because I felt.
So this is a great example for someone that perhaps was posting on LinkedIn, was posting video, but got busy, stopped, and now you're reigniting.
You may have noticed that in the last 24 months, I've only shared 2 videos on LinkedIn. It's because I felt uncomfortable putting myself out there on camera. But that changes today. I'm pressing the reset button. I'm stepping up, not for myself, but for all the women and children out there who need an advocate, who need opportunities to thrive and succeed. There are so many amazing stories of triumph that need to be told, and there are numerous charities.
And again, you see the copy, and I'll just share one more. Because I don't want the guys to be like, but all the examples you shared were of women. Well, guess what?
Hey, so I did something today, kind of uncharacteristic, but I joined the 4-day video challenge, 4-day LinkedIn video challenge. I posted articles before and comments and shared information, but most of the video stuff I've done have been for internal websites and internal communications, and never posted anything on LinkedIn because honestly, I felt it needed to be more polished, more produced, and really well done and in a production quality type format. And the founder and the leader of this effort, Shanae Moret, hit me with some reality today and shared, embrace imperfection, be authentic, and don't overthink it. And I appreciate that. It really resonated with me. I don't know if it resonates with you or not, but it's given me energy to share this, quite vulnerably in a format that is certainly not production quality, but I'm going to be posting for the next 3 days some one take, real, authentic, unvarnished videos, hopefully with some content that may be of value to you. But the most important thing is I would like for you to hold me accountable and share feedback with me and be as real as possible. And I appreciate that. And hopefully this may be valuable for you as well, and maybe something that you might want to undertake. But I'll see you the next few days, and look forward to your feedback. Wish me luck. See ya.
I love that. I love that. And then, he got a bunch of engagement from his audience. Again, very honest, very truthful, and just starting. And so that is the challenge for you today, to post a video of you telling the truth. Why are you starting to post videos on LinkedIn? What has potentially been holding you back? Who do you want to help? And what can they really look forward to in the next 30 days or in the next whatever amount of time that you're going to commit to visibility? Are there any questions for me to answer? So actually, let me go to the final slide. So we know how to, and I'll share how to look for people's hashtags so that you could support each other. So here we go. Put a 2 in the chat if you're loving this. So additional tips, when you post the video, like in the text of when you post, you're going to use the hashtag day1 LinkedIn video challenge so that we can support each other. Why? Because when you search for this hashtag in the LinkedIn search bar, the videos posted by people that have this hashtag will pop up, and then you can comment on their videos or just connect with them, connect with each other along the way. If you want to take it even a step further, you could tag me so that I know for a fact that you did your video, or you could tag Growth Academy. The logo for the company is this, Growth Academy Global, in your post, and then include most of what you say out loud in your video in the text area of the actual post. And again, let me see. Going back to my video here, when you see the text, you'll see this. And if I click it, for example, I'll see that it goes up here, and then I'll start to see everyone's posts once they start to post their videos. So all you would have to do is literally put day 1 LinkedIn video challenge up here. And as people start to post their videos, you will see the videos pop up here. And then you can click the person's profile and then click connect, or you could just hit like, comment, whatever, and support the person's video. So that's how we will stay connected and organized. I'm going to be doing it by day, because if it were just LinkedIn video challenge, by the time we get to 30 with all the participants that we're going to have, it would be so many videos that you wouldn't know which day is which. So to stay organized, just put the day and then LinkedIn video challenge. Can you paste what in here? LinkedIn video challenge. So day 1, LinkedIn video challenge. All right. Awesome. New member. Work Mom is a new member on YouTube. I appreciate you. How long should the video be? This is a great question. If I told you 30 seconds, you would start being like, hello, this is why I want to do videos. And it would be really weird. It would be like half of YouTube videos where it's like, AI is going to kill the world. These are the 10 steps of how to use ChatGPT. And we don't necessarily want that on LinkedIn. So I would say like, keep your natural pace. If it ends up being a little bit more than 2 minutes, then oh well. But at the same time, understand that you don't want to repeat things a million times. So if I said, hey, I'm starting a LinkedIn video challenge to help business owners, and these are the 3 reasons why. And then I say the first reason is I want to get back to my roots. And then I, for some reason, mention that 3 other times in the video with no purpose, then I'm just wasting the viewer's time. So balance it. How much do I need to say to get my message across without me sounding like a sped up robot? And at the same time, how much could be cut or not necessary to show the viewer that I appreciate their time? But again, this is day 1. What I don't expect is for everyone to hit a home run today. And I want to be very blunt. The home run today is to get over yourself and to publish a video before midnight. I don't care if that video gets 0 likes. I don't care if that video gets 0 views, which will be virtually impossible, by the way, especially with the support of this community. But the point is that more than anything, you will keep the promise to yourself, and you will have practiced the skill, and you will have done it. And then you will have a win in your favor so that tomorrow you're that much more likely to do the video. And the next day you're that much more likely to do the video. The first video today may take you 2 hours and cause you to pull your hair out. By the time we get to video 30, you're going to be able to do this in 5 minutes or less. And in terms of 5 minutes or less, I mean shooting the video, editing the video, whether that's on CapCut on your phone or just a little bit here and there, and then actually posting it. So that you're going to compound skills, confidence, the ability to communicate, and number 1, the supreme skill of being able to understand your audience. That is the number 1 supreme skill that there is creating videos that deeply resonate with your audience, and we will get there. But the win today is just to post. Okay. Portrait or landscape? Portrait. Hold your phone like this. What if you do not have an audience yet and I've never posted anything? I don't care. I don't care if you have 1 follower and I'm your follower. Post the video. It's actually more critical for you to post than anybody else, because someone with a network on LinkedIn could, let's say someone with 20,000 connections on LinkedIn, someone with 20,000 connections can launch a newsletter and have 2,000 subscribers tomorrow. They can host a monthly live event and invite 4,000 people for free. You cannot really unlock the power of LinkedIn until you get to that 4,000. For you to get to that 4,000, literally, the greatest leverage that you have is your content. Why? Because you can only invite maybe 100 people a week to connect with you. So if you're in control of that, you can't invite more than 100 or 150 people a week. But if you have 1 video that goes viral in the next 30 days, you can get 5,000 people connect with you in 1 day. There's no limit to how many people can request to connect with you, but there is a limit for you to be able to request others. So if you have a smaller network, it's even more critical for you to do content and to do it daily. Is there a preferred CTA? Whatever, like Mark, like if you have a more established business, it's whatever evidence you have of what's worked before. So if I'm sitting with a consultant, they're like, yeah, every time I get a client from LinkedIn, they just personal message me, then that would be my call to action. If you don't know what works yet and you have a website or you want them to personal message you, I'd probably just lean into more of a connection request today, something subtle. But if you do have evidence of what has worked in the past, just lead them there. So put a 1 in the chat right now if you are going to commit to post your video today before midnight. And one of the things that we'll be doing throughout the training is that if you post your video before midnight, I'll be selecting maybe 1 or 2 people a day to give you feedback on how to improve your video. So if you do not post, you will not be able to get that feedback unless you're VIP. VIP, you get to meet with me personally weekly to review your videos and get that feedback. If you're interested in the link to join VIP, please email support@growthacademy.global. Other than that, if you want access to all of the replays, the lessons, the examples, you have to click the full access link at the top of the chat, because once this training ends, the replays will go away. I have 2 markets. In which language should I do the video? Should I do 2 every day? Who pays you the most with the least resistance, English or Spanish? Martin. Somebody put just taking off. What market do you want to penetrate? English or Spanish? Like in your ideal business scenario? Video is very hard for me. Video is only hard for you because you probably don't do it every day. Video is very hard for me too. I'm a super introvert. People assume that once you have an audience, you're an extrovert just because you have a huge audience. That it's not true. Maria Malik, she may still be in the chat. She has 200,000 followers on LinkedIn. She is also an introvert and also has a massive audience and also has mastered video along the way. And it is hard. It's hard to be vulnerable. It's hard to take the camera and look at yourself and be like, I look a little busted. I look a little tired. It's hard to be courageous and put yourself out there where people can criticize you or say, oh, this or that. But the best way, the best piece of advice that I could give you is you have to want something different more than you want to potentially stay the same. Like I grabbed my phone because I knew that the chances of me doing 30 videos in 30 days and things staying the same was probably very unlikely. And I wanted to see what those results were. I was willing to at least do the test. If I did get the same results, if nothing changed and I proved myself wrong, then I would have just proceeded back to cold outreach. But I took a chance, and you have to be willing to at least take that chance. And just understand that literally every person who has a bigger audience than you, that's done the grinding, the working, gone through that, they will be the last person to criticize you and the first person to really respect the fact that you're starting. Like I love to see a beginner starting. I love to support them. And it takes courage. Anybody that tells you different is lying. Yeah, cold outreach sucks. So do you want to do it for the rest of your life or not? If the answer, like I was so bad at cold calling and cold DM, I'm like, this has to work because I hate it that much. And within 60 days, I was getting inbound leads and I never had to do that again. And trust me, for anyone in the chat that has done video with me, you can hate it in the beginning and then you start to love it. Why? Because you start to see that it's bigger than you. You start to see that you have the ability to really make someone happier that day, or to teach someone something that down the line, they're like, you have no idea how you changed my life, even with your free content. And it really does. It becomes bigger than you. So instead of thinking about just yourself or the 100 people that are going to criticize you, think about the one person that you could really change their life today by sharing your story. And you don't know how you're going to change their life. it doesn't always have to be about, oh, you help me make more money, or, oh, you help me do this in my business. What if they were going to do something terrible to themselves that day, or give up on their business, or they were crying that day, and then you gave them the inspiration that ignites that passion in them again, and you don't know what could happen because of that positive effect. I really believe that those things do count in you putting good seeds out in the world. No, it's not okay to create an avatar. Not in this challenge. Yeah, there you go. Everything I've ever started, I sucked at. So, and you know what? Nothing feels better than doing something you're scared to do and then doing it and you're like, wow, I can do it. And we will see. We will literally, probably by next Tuesday, look at someone's first video and fifth video and be like, whoa, they're already a different person. Transformation can happen fast. You look like Millie Bobby Brown. Hopefully that person, wait, I have to see who this person is. Okay, she's pretty. I was like, I look like Bobby Brown. What? Nothing against Bobby Brown, but I don't look like him. It works if you work it. Exactly. All right, so that's the training for today. Go do your videos. Make sure that when you post the video, you post it before midnight so that potentially I could choose your video to give you some feedback on tomorrow. I will be looking at everyone. Put a 1 in the chat now so I could cross-reference who posts and who says that they're going to do their video. If you're going to do your video today, put a 1 in the chat because I will cross-reference if you put a 1 versus if you posted your video. And I will have my sister who's helping me with this, with the admin stuff, hunt you down and be like, you put a 1 in the chat. Why didn't you do your video? And her name is Lene. You will be hunted down by Lene. Don't come after me. I will come after you. All right, everyone. Go do your videos. God bless you. And yeah, Lene is a bomb. Yeah, and you think I'm the mean one. You haven't met her. Just imagine the complete opposite of me. Like someone that's super extrovert, but also like a sniper. Yes, look, Jan knows she will hunt you down. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. God bless you. And we're going to have fun. Ciao.